Hello! How are you guys doing today? How's life? As a person who really is not a fan of GregTech, I really love this mod pack. I'm crazy, I know, don't you worry. But as usual, in between the episodes, a few things have happened. And yes, obviously one of them was mining. But in other news, our tree farm has been moved to the desert, as well as our rubber trees. There is going to be a structure for it, but you know, Aegon at this very moment is not very cheap. Also, they removed the recipe with the glue, so yeah. So once we get Aegon and concrete, that's going to be our pathway, and somewhere over here is going to be a bridge. However, I know your question. What is the plan for today? Actually, it does really depend on how much silver we have. We should have a teeny tiny bit more. I have to go through the chests. We are going to set up a few machines today, and therefore we need to sort out power. So we're going to need more tanks, more efficient boilers, and therefore we need a ton of silver. I do say a ton, but I think it's just 18. And then we need a buffer for steam, which is obviously going to be a railcraft tank because we don't have any other options. But first things first, we need crushed iron ore. If we don't have enough, I'm going to crush a few, don't you worry. Yeah, that's actually not a great number. We'll crush a few, and then we're going to cook it because it's going to give us iron nuggets. Obviously, we're going to cook it again so that we will get wrought iron. I don't really know how to pronounce it, and I have no idea what is the difference between this and actual iron. It's just cooked twice. So as most of you guys already know, in this mod pack, you cannot convert nuggets into ingots. Oh, we made alumite. I didn't want to make alumite and I'm very short on aluminium. Anyhow, after a teeny tiny bit of derp, we need one of these ingot molds. We shall cover it with steel. A lot of work for a solar panel, I know. You go in the alloy smelter and we convert it into ingots. You see how easy that was? Oh, and fun fact of the day, we're going to need like 20 ingots. That's a bit. I have a feeling that we're going to have enough wrought iron. Yes, that is 21. But in other news, we also need reinforced glass, EV tier. I don't really understand why it's called EV tier, but we can make it. At the steam age, we just need some mixed metal ingots that has to be compressed. Oh, you jerks. I just realized my base is not the safest place. It's just a hunch. Anywho, we get the advanced alloy, that with glass should give us the other glass. We just need like 3 pieces, but I'm gonna make extra. That was it, right? We just need the silver. Also, I don't know why buckets glitch. Yeah, we have the glass. There is a quest that I have to hand over a ton of steel, but unfortunately we need to take some. Right now. More wolves. I've killed Direwolf. I'm sorry, Direwolf. I do love you. So every bit of steel that we have, we're going to convert it into plates. We need to make some pipes. We need 5 wrought iron plates. That should give us the new iron hull. Oh, and we need the silver. We need to make it triple compressed. Okay, that's how you do that. So we have the boiler. Nice. These quests are not counting. I don't know why. Do you remember that when we made that tank, I was not really worried about the quest? Because I said that we're going to make hundreds more, and yep, we need to make one more. Technically speaking, we don't need to make one more, but it's not a very bad idea. And also this time for the quest to count, we're going to make a few tree taps. There was supposed to be a platform here. I was not expecting them to be this tall. Okay, chill dude. It's a very good thing that most of them have resin. We have a few at the base as well. That should be enough for the quest. Yeah, plenty. This is called perfection. We just need to make the tank. Why did you count? Huh, counted or not, I need a bit more. And I thought maybe we can set up our machines somewhere around here, inside the mine. That means the tank has to be on the surface, the solar panels have to be on the surface, the rest can be underground, and I'll be safe. And it's also funny because this is also the river. So we can put the tank? Yeah, I think we can. And just as an FYI note, until we get to the HVH and I can get my Ender IO inventory panel, we're really not going to have a fancy base. Because there's actually not much of a point, I have to remodel my base 20 times, which is really not worth it. The other automations that we have and are going to be permanent, yes, we are going to have a structure for them, after we get blocks. So let me try to make the tank, a few pipes, and I'll be right back. Somehow compared to the last time that I played this mod pack, everything seems much less tedious. Maybe it's because if I want to make a screw, I don't have to look at the JEI for like 15 minutes. Anyways, we have the tank. Here is the boiler. Oh, and it does have a huge tank itself. That's not really good. And I was trying to check what is the conversion rate between water and steam. Because we're producing 9 millibuckets of water. This guy produces 360 millibuckets of steam. But we are gaining water and we are gaining steam, so I'm not gonna complain. So the railcraft tank can be a 3x4x3 at minimum and 9x8x9 at maximum. I'm not really sure with the blocks that we have, how big is it going to be. It's not going to have a huge capacity, but if we need to go bigger, I can go bigger. Yeah, we need to go a bit bigger, because then it's going to be like 3 tall. Let me get more iron blocks. I was going to say that we have plenty of iron, but we're consuming a ton. I might even have to go mining very soon. For some reason, I have a feeling that glass is a teeny tiny bit cheaper. Okay, so I just assembled it and the internal buffer is 720 buckets of steam. It's not that horrible. We should be able to expand it later on, so I'm not going to be that worried. Here is a pipe, and I do have a wrench, and you're getting steam at a very garbage rate. Which means I can also take these boilers. We don't need them here. Suddenly everything was converted into steam and the steam was transferred, so we ran out of water. But it's not dropping. I have to wait for it to fill in before I add these boilers. The setup that we have over here is necessary in order to operate the steam machines, but the main reason that I'm excited about this is this guy, the steam grinder. It's essentially a pulverizer, but it's also going to double our ores. I can make a single block macerator, but that's going to be incredibly slow. This one is going to process 8 items at the same time. The problem is that I have consumed a crazy amount of bronze and I have no idea for what. Well, I did make pipes, I guess. We have to process more. But as I have already mentioned, in order to make the macerator, we're going to need a very special alloy called tumbaga. That means we're going to need gold. A lot of gold. Oh, we do have quite a bit. We shall be careful not to convert it into nuggets. So how the hell does this work? We first need to make the mixed dust, which is easy and cheap. The problem is then we're going to need more gold, but we're going to get a far better yield. And I also never checked, we can cook it, right? Yes. And don't you worry, we have more gold. It's just being cooked. Bronze, on the other hand, is going to be the main issue. Yeah, because we need 22 bronze plated bricks and we can't afford that. Yep, that's 8. I am processing copper, don't you worry. Okay, so we do have a few tumbaga ingots, therefore we should be able to make the rods. And I think for the moment we're just going to go with 8 because we need like 1 frame. That should give us the controller. Does it? No. Oh, it does require performing chemical experiments at HV level. What the hell is that? I mean, it doesn't really have a reward, so who cares? But one more thing that you might notice that we're going to need are hoppers. We stole the 3 hoppers that we have. Crafting them is going to be painful. Because for some reason you need gears, but good, we can craft hoppers. But here is input bus, output bus, and then we're going to need a large clay fluid pipe. Well, it's not that bad. I do say it's not that bad, but that means we need to start using the steam. We just lock it so that the steam goes only in one direction. I had to go and make a new wrench. So we need to start using our compressor, and I think the clay goes inside? No, you said a compressor. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not connected. So you go back in and you work. Perfect. So this was a crazy and probably very unnecessary project and I have no idea if it's going to work. And I forgot my wrench. Shouldn't you be facing this way? Are you? Yes. So you need an output bus, which I assume we can put it here. We need just a teeny tiny bit more space. An output bus. I guess the rest of them have to be blocks. And the controller. Are you okay? Yes. One thing that I did not think, do you need a maintenance hatch? Well, worst comes to worst, maybe we can make it? No, it needs rubber. But it did form, and it's fine. So I have brought 8 pyrite. Let's see if it works. Soft mallet. Oh, you do work. It takes 30 seconds. But it's for 8 of them, so it's not that bad. Because I think a single block machine is going to take like 1 minute just for 1 ore. I just remember them being incredibly slow. But now the moment of truth. Did we get 16? Yes. Or dabbling. Oops. It's nighttime. I just expanded the room a little bit and I did bring 1 stack of copper ore. And with these multi-blocks, we should always have a chest in the front. Because if this buffer gets full, I think it's going to void everything. Another question is, how are we doing on Steam? Not bad. Honestly, not that bad. I thought since this is a multi-block, it's gonna go crazy. Oh, you don't auto output? I don't really know how it works, but we can do something like this. Ouch. Ouch. Come on, stop and use a hopper. Yes, that works. I love ore dabbling. So I guess our next order of business would be to make a forge hammer. It's a real shame that building blocks are incredibly expensive in this mod pack, because, you know, that's actually a nice looking machine. I mean, if you decorate it with the pipes, it's gonna look nice. But another very important task that we have is that we have unlocked so many quests. What are the rewards? Loot bag, obviously. Loot bag. Pistons, we take the sticky ones? I don't know. Ooh, steak sandwich. We have eaten that. So the buckets. Oh, it's all of them. Atomic tool rod. I take it. For the tank, we're not going to take the loot bag because the clay fluid pipe was a pain. Netherrack tool rod. Okay. So if you have already made a tank with 2 valves, why would you take another valve? I don't really know. Also, it seems I have killed a few creatures, so we can get more rewards. Coins are good. We can purchase stuff. Oh, heart canisters. You're gonna give me a heart canister? Oops. But it has a prerequisite, so I don't know where it is. So we have 12 loot bags, 12 chances of getting the Sword of the Cosmos. We're doing great. Ocelot. Steam engine. Oh, the saplings. I should really start killing an enderman because we need a trash can. What is this? That should be food. Yeah, that is food. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, there is no Sword of the Cosmos. Okay, from the top left hand corner of the screen, you might notice that it has been a while later. And way later. I have been grinding. But honestly, my grind was not relevant to GregTech. It was concerning food. A lot of food. That's actually not that much. We do have Spice of Life in this mod pack, and the more food we eat, the more hearts we are going to get. And obviously this is 1.7 and we don't really have fast health regeneration, so extra hearts is useful. For some reason I'm also contemplating on changing to hardcore, so we need extra hearts. I mean, changing to hardcore is just a simple command. But not now. We have infernal mobs, I need an extra heart. But let us move on. We have our Macerator. Let's start getting the tool forge so that I can get a hammer and maybe a good axe. Oh, and by the way, for the life of me, I was looking for a water garden from Pam's Harvest Craft. First off, I did not really know how it looks, so I didn't know what to look for, and well, yeah, those are the ones. Ah no, it's just lily pads. Yeah, those were not the one, but you can craft it. I had no idea. But let us get back to the tool forge. I have been mining a lot, so our pick should be able to harvest obsidian. I should have taken the horse. It's a long walk. What we need is a decent supply of alumite, and alumite is an alloy of obsidian, iron, and aluminium. This also counts, right? Yeah, I really don't want to destroy lava pools in the overworld because they're very rare. But these guys are very deep. How far does it go? Oh my goodness. 4 blocks. Do you go deeper? 5 blocks. Yeah, I think this is a decent number. 36. I am back at the base, I'm processing some alumite, but then I noticed something very weird. So we don't need to have a forge hammer for ore processing, we can just macerate it again. So maybe we just need another macerator. It's gonna be super fast. But we have to make the forge hammer for the quest book. Also, we don't have enough steam, so I'm guessing the solar boiler is calcified? That's the problem with boilers. The solar version. So first things first, we're going to need a few blocks of iron. We need 4 for the tool forge. And then since we want to also make the forge hammer because it is a quest, we need 2 anvils here, so 10 more blocks. And it's going to be slow. For the quest to count, we also need 1 alumite ingot. Come on. Oops. That was aluminium. This is alumite. Yep, it counted. I'm also going to make the new tools out of steel because steel is something that I can replenish. Aluminium is still a problem. Iron golem. Okay, so here are my 2 anvils. Thank you, thank you. Here is my forge hammer. That should be another quest. And after a bunch of crafting, here is a tool forge. Finally, let me get a few tools. I wanted to use different material for the tool parts, but eventually I just made them out of steel. I think it should be nice for durability. And also it's so nice. We can chop down an entire tree. But in any case, I just went to the Tinker's Wiki and it seems the Tomium tool rods that we have are actually good. Because it should give us an extra modifier. Yes, it does reduce the durability, but it's not bad. I thought since we got new tools, maybe we should start mining a teeny tiny bit. Try to test them. And this is my mining tunnel. It's very long. So just to check, we're looking for gold. Also, just out of curiosity, do you also place torches? Yes. If you put a torch next to your Tinker tool, you can place it down by right-clicking. Yeah, I would say this is decently fast. It saves a lot of time. It's just that you don't really get that much gold from a magnetite vein. That is the only problem. Oh. Slimes. Oh, but it's a boss because it doesn't show on the map. Ah, you're down there. They do a lot of damage. I don't know why. And why the hell do they jump so fast? Also, I was under the impression that the small ones are not going to do any damage. They do. Okay, we're good. Actually, we're not good. I left so much copper. I am finally back home and we are processing some ores. But I think our next order of business is to go to the Nether. You know, every quest is pointing towards the portal. And if we want to go to the Nether, I really prefer if we get more hearts. So basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start running on ice so that I lose saturation and then I can eat. For the moment, we have 17. It's a shame some of them are really saturating foods. I have a few bits extra, but not that much. I have been counting and each 20 new food is going to give you an extra heart. That means with the total food that we have, we should have at least 20 hearts. But we are going to go to the Nether. I have already made the flint and steel and as a reward, we got 16 obsidian. The question is, where do we want to set it up? Maybe over there. Essentially somewhere that we are not going to see it that much. So here is good. This time I'm not going to say a portal has to be a 3x3 because there's always someone who tells me, did you know it can be a 3x2? But yeah, this is my portal. No? Oh, you have to do this several times. I forgot. Let us eat first and maybe take a few blocks. Oh, and by the way, since they are going to be dire wolves, maybe we should torch up the place. Another one. Oh my goodness, that's a boss. So we're gonna die before going to the Nether. Are you kidding me? It's fine. We have a sword. The problem is one of them is a boss. I hate this biome. So it's a full pack. 4 wolves. 2 down, 2 to go. Oops. As a quest reward, I did manage to get a bow. They run fast. This is getting stupid. We're going to take our original grave and we don't care. That was not the one. This is the one. Oh my goodness. See you in hell. Don't be worse. Please don't be worse. Yay. Not bad. Although not really great. We should cover it. Yeah, I have a feeling something like this should be fine. We also need a door. And my head. No? Yeah. Just in case, we are also going to mark it on the map and obviously go mining. The fun part is, let me show it to you on the map. So this is our portal. When I exited the portal, I noticed that there's an ore chunk right next to it. And well, I dug down, there was nothing. Then I remembered there was a stupid vein, which was at a very high Y level. And yeah, Tibnite. And the most ridiculous part is there's like 3 of them right next to each other. I remember last time getting Tibnite was a pain. Also, we need something called arsenic, or maybe gallium. We got a modifier, it's a good day. And it's also a very good thing that I did not change it to hardcore. The game would have been over. I will probably change it to hardcore whenever we get a better armor. Also, carrying this much food whenever you're mining is not a very good idea, because your inventory is always full. Ah, Tibnite gives you antimony. Oh, okay, now we know. We knew, I just forgot. So yes, it seems that they're not going to spawn in an area which is lit up. So I did place some torches, and we seem to be fine. You see, there's one guy way over there. But it's not just the Nether side that we have to cover, it's also this side. Because I remember in the previous season, we had creepers. You know, they just walk into the portal. Hello, handsome. Again, let us not forget why we are here. We're looking for sulfur. Oh, spiders. So one of the things that we want is this, the glow flower. It gives us glowstone. We found something, an ore vein. What does it give you? Tantalite. So good news, I'm still alive. Also, we seem to be in an ore chunk, but I cannot find the vein. Oh, we're at the fortress. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in. Actually, the vein was not going up, it was going down. And yes, this is sulfur. Exactly what we came for. I have sulfur, why don't you count? Ah, you need an extractor. Oh, it's okay, we can get the ores. Oh, my hammer broke. Fear not, we have everything for emergency repairs. Now that we came to the Nether, got the ores that we wanted, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.